Good evening and welcome to Newsmax Prime. I'm J.D. Hayworth. Of prime interest tonight, a political partnership in public and in private. The way I see it, you and I just heard a pair of disturbing political statements from the ultimate power couple in the Democrat Party. Hillary Clinton wants to become our next president, but a couple of weeks ago she unloaded on her opponent's supporters, calling them deplorable. Bill Clinton has already served as president, and yesterday seemed intent on matching his candidate wife's disdain for Donald Trump voters, calling them rednecks. One thing we've learned about the Clintons over the years, there's nothing that leaves them red-faced. Not his impeachment, not her email scandal. In fact, Bill and Hillary exude an air of entitlement combined with a major dose of elitism. They aren't alone. As a matter of fact, they hired a bunch of like-minded lefties. Courtesy of WikiLeaks, we now know that Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta and Clinton communications director Jennifer Palmieri are very disparaging toward people of faith. They took aim at both Catholics and evangelicals, and the alphabet networks have thus far declined to spell it out. We will discuss it, and we'll begin with another thought experiment. Last night, on the subject of criminal collusion, I asked you to substitute the name Nixon for Clinton, and then imagine the reaction. This morning on Fox and Friends, Tucker Carlson offered something similar.
It's also the textbook definition of bigotry. They are dismissing anyone who adheres to the world's oldest Christian faith, Catholicism, as some sort of Neanderthal. Imagine, let's just play the game. Imagine you take out Catholicism and put in Islam. How exactly would this go over? I mean, there would be a real outcry.
Oh, 100%.
And we would
you're
recognize this for what it is, which is bigotry against, a billion people.
For more, we welcome the president of the Catholic League, Bill Donohue. Bill joins us tonight from Newsmax, New York. Bill, we appreciate your time here on Newsmax Prime, and let's review. In those emails released by WikiLeaks, we have an especially concerning thread involving three people and your faith. It is Clinton's communications director, Jennifer Palmieri, who derided conservative Catholics. Check out part of this. It was taken from an extended thread involving Ms. Palmieri, campaign director John Podesta, and John Halpin. Here is what Jennifer wrote, quoting now, "I imagine Catholics think it is the most socially acceptable, politically conservative religion. Their rich friends wouldn't understand if they became evangelicals." Now, Podesta did not push back over the observation that came from John Halpin earlier in this thread, describing, quote, a bastardization of faith concerning Catholics. Your reaction to all of this, Bill?
Well, yesterday I said that Hillary Clinton was not to blame for it, and I said that as far as I'm concerned, Podesta is implicated because he's tied to these people. These are anti-Catholic remarks. They're disparaging of Catholics. They're disdainful of evangelicals. They express the kind of hostility toward my religion which would never be tolerated if these kinds of statements were exhibited against Muslims. But now, J.D., we have something worse. Just today, now we've learned the next thread, where John Podesta now I am saying that Hillary Clinton must fire him. He is now admitting in an exchange going back a few years ago that he has been working to create a, quote, revolution in the Catholic Church. He's been involved with several people planning, setting up these faux Catholic groups, which I've known about for some time, Catholics in Alliance for the Common Good and Catholics United. He now admits that these were dummy Catholic organizations set up like termites to create mutiny within the Catholic Church. If somebody thinks I'm exaggerating, let them check out WikiLeaks, let them go to the Catholic League website and read exactly what Podesta has said. This man is beyond bigotry. I don't care if he was raised Catholic. I'm telling you, when somebody sticks their nose into somebody else's religion for the purpose of their words, revolution, this is at a new stage. This man has to go.
And Bill, I appreciate what you're saying, that you don't hold Hillary Clinton directly accountable. But there's a curious thing, and I've been involved in public office and running for public office, and I can tell you while sometimes a candidate doesn't exactly know what's going on, Doesn't a candidate set the stage, set the tone? Are you sure there is no culpability in your mind on the part of Mrs. Clinton anywhere in this?
Thank you for the opportunity. Let me clarify something. What I was replying to JD was what happened yesterday with the anti-Catholic remarks. Podesta wasn't involved in the exchange, but he was implicated. That's why I said that sanctions have to be employed against him, and Hillary was not to blame. This is different. What's going on now is that this is her campaign chairman involved in planning a revolution within the Catholic Church to change the Catholic Church to manipulate public opinion. At this point now, she is implicated. She is in charge. She has to get rid of this man, and if she doesn't, there will be severe consequences.
So this is the call tonight. Bill Donohue making news, saying Hillary Clinton fire John Podesta or prepare to pay a political price.
Let me be very clear about why I'm asking for this. We now know that Podesta admits in the latest thread from WikiLeaks that he helped create Catholics in Alliance for the Common Good and Catholics United. Catholics United in 2008 contacted CNN before I went on show that night and said that I didn't belong to be on CNN, to be kicked off. I'm not a legitimate Catholic voice. Okay, fine. Guess what happened? They sent a big, huge, lengthy document prepared by lawyers to CNN proving that I wasn't a legitimate Catholic voice. The next month, right around Thanksgiving, we're talking about 2008, just after Obama is elected, I get notified by the IRS that I might be in violation of their code, of the tax-exempt status, and guess what the document is? It's the same document that was given to CNN. How do I know it? Because I have it in my possession. I've spoken about it before. And in fact, I broke the news on Newsmax in 2013 about what happened in 2008. And it was George Soros who funds Catholics United, created by John Podesta. Somebody at CNN, I'm going to protect the person, leaked the document to me. And that's what we have here. Podesta creates these phony Catholic organizations funded by George Soros, and then they go out, contact the IRS to try and get Bill Donohue stripped of his Catholic-exempt status. It didn't work, and I'm telling you right now, I will be just as bold tomorrow as I am today, JD. In calling the truth on this, they're not going to stop me. But Podesta has to go, and he has to go now.
Bill, I know you will never be a wallflower, sir. You are no shrinking violet. You always let us know where you stand, and it brings me to this question to close out our time together. This campaign has two major candidates, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. I understand earlier today Mr. Trump was reaching out to meet with Catholic leaders. What have you heard of that meeting? Has it transpired? And your evaluation of Mr. Trump on the trail right now. About 30 seconds, Bill.
I've had plenty of opportunities to get directly involved. I like to stay one step removed, JD. You know why? It gives me the freedom to say what I've said to you and what I'll say to Newsmax and other people. When you get too tied, sometimes these people own you. And quite frankly, some of the people that he has as Catholics advising him are boobs.
Yep, it can happen. You cast a wide net to bring in a lot of people, but obviously Mr. Trump and Mrs. Clinton can avail themselves of your comments, both at your Catholic League website and, of course, as they take a look at this interview on Newsmax.com. But I appreciate very much the fact that you were willing to come talk to us tonight on Newsmax Prime. Bill Donohue, president of the Catholic League, as always, sir, we appreciate your outspoken candor.
Thank you so much, Jim.